Welcome
Hi.
back, man. I know the journey here hasn't been easy, but to be sitting in that chair and be back here in a fight week in a main event, what does that mean to you?
To be honest, feels amazing. I'm just grateful and happy to finally be back to another fight week and also a main event. So this means a lot, and it's a great opportunity for me to put my stamp back on this weight class and show people what I'm made of and what I can do in this division.
I know you're probably tired of talking about everything you've been through, but I guess for anyone who's uneducated about kind of the hardships of the past year plus, can you kind of sum them up one last time?
Yeah, so before my Kai Kara France fight, I was struggling with some health issues. I didn't really know what it was, but after my fight, it showed that I had something called supraventricular tachycardia. I think it's the medical name for it. It's basically a irregular heartbeat where my heart rate would go up to 239. So I had to do a heart surgery. So coming back after that heart surgery, I kept training. I got the fight against Brandon Moreno in Mexico City. And then my left arm literally stopped. I couldn't lift my arm up. I couldn't jab. I couldn't do anything. I still kept training. Like even the coaches were like, "You're crazy." I keep throwing just right hands and trying to switch southpaw. After I got my first MRI, the first doctor actually told me, he said, "You shouldn't be fighting anymore." He said, "Find a 9 to 5. I kept going to different doctors, and when the UFC doctors found out, they literally pulled me out of the fight, and I had to go straight into surgery. They told me you're like one punch away from actually getting paralyzed. So after that surgery, here I am, the longest break in my career, actually, athletic career. After 6 months after the surgery, started training. And I'm just grateful. I've been taking it step by step. It's been just obstacles after obstacles, but I'm grateful to finally be here.
Was there some dark days during that time? I imagine there was, that maybe you thought you wouldn't get back to the spot.
Yeah, all the time, all the time. Like, especially imagine going into a doctor's office. I'm thinking, you're gonna just tell me do this, do that, and he tells me, you should stop, man. I'm thinking, I really didn't know how to even react to that. So it was a lot of hard moments, but I tried to see the light in the end of the tunnel. I try to believe. I'm a big believer in God, so I believe that my path is written. I knew I'm going to come back. I had the feeling that this is going to be just another like hurdle I need to overcome, and I'm right. Here I am.
What did you have to do physically to, I guess, like get clearance and have them say like you're good to go from you could be paralyzed from one punch to you can main event a 5-round title fight at the highest level or a 5-round
I
fight?
I had a good surgeon. I don't know really what but they made a lot of adjustment. They kind of opened me up from the front of the neck here and put 2 artificial discs. So I have a titanium neck now, I guess. So
What does it say about the UFC and what they think of you that they brought you back and here you are, the fight you were supposed to get, a main event at this level?
yeah, I'm very grateful for the UFC that they believe in my abilities, and they know what I can do. I'm a natural born finisher. That's you can see on my track record. I always go for the finish. Of course, some fights are tougher than others, and the competition is high, so it doesn't always go to a finish. But that's what I always bring to the table.
And there's a title fight in less than 6 weeks, Pantoja and Kayasakara. Do you feel like if you win this, you will be fighting the winner of that?
Of course, I'm gonna keep my eyes on it, but for right now, my main focus is getting back into the cage and Brandon Moreno on Saturday, and that's it.
What do you expect out of him? Because he's taken a layoff too, I think obviously for his own reasons, but some people thought he wasn't going to come back maybe till next year. So what do you think that says about him that he decided to come back early and take a fight against you?
Yeah, that's up to him. You know, we all deal with different stuff in our lives. I dealt with mine. He dealt with his. If he's ready and I'm ready, let's do it.
Amir, you're right. Mentioned that title fight that's upcoming. What are your thoughts on Kai Asakura getting a title shot immediately upon coming into the promotion? Because that's not something we see very often.
No, I think it shocked everyone. Like, I know there's a lot of people in the division that could fight for the title too, but I also get why the UFC is doing like they're doing, since Pantoja kind of almost cleaned up the whole like top 5, top 6. I'm the only one that he haven't fought. So I get there, like why they give him the title shot. Kaya Sakura, for real fans, he's a tough matchup. He's not an easy guy, someone random from a different organization. So he's a good fighter. It just adds more excitement to the roster. For me, I'm looking, first of all, to get back in, get a win, get a finish on Saturday night, and then I can talk about taking the title next.
And when we talk about Brandon Moreno, I mean, it's almost kind of crazy. He's actually a year younger than you. So what are your thoughts on where he's at in his career? Because it seems like he might be a little bit younger but has more mileage.
Yeah, definitely. He fought like a lot of main events, a lot of tough, hard 5 rounds against Figueiredo several times, against Pantoja. For me, I don't focus on age. Really, I really just think it's a number. And like you say, how much mileage you have on your body from training, from fighting. So if he's younger or older than me, I feel the best I ever felt. I actually feel like I'm improving more and more every day. So I don't feel like age is a factor.
Last one for me. We're going to see some new rules introduced at this card. Obviously, the 12-6 elbows and the definition of a downed opponent has changed. So is that something that you took into consideration during training camp?
Yeah, of course. More violence for me, so I'm happy.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Amir, just going off that, is that something like in training that you did look at and say, like, if I'm in this position now, this works, where it wasn't available to me before?
Yeah, of course, there's the 12-6 elbows, but it's not that much of a difference. Like, it's very, for people that fight, it's going to be easy to kind of work around it. But I definitely have my eye on it, and especially with the downed opponent. So hopefully if that opportunity presents itself, I'm going to take it.
What is the next rule change you would like to see happen in MMA?
There is probably maybe some soccer kicks involved. Like, I'm a grappler, but like I like violence too in the same time. So the more violence we bring into the game, I think the more exciting it gets.
Amir, back here. I just wanted to know if there's any extra pressure this weekend, just because Tyra and Royval kind of put on, like, I mean, arguably one of the best mixed martial arts fights of the year a couple weeks back at 125. So is there any added pressure to go out and deliver in front of the crowd in Edmonton?
No, to be honest, I never feel that pressure. Like, most of my fights, I've been finishing the fights, and they just come there. If I do my game and fight like I do, I always go for the finish instinctively. So it's nothing I feel like I need to do extra to try to go out there and finish. I just need to fight. When I go in there and fight like Amir Albazi does, he gets the finish.
And then I've got to ask about the whole Muhammad Mokaev situation, because I know you'd kind of said in the past, listen, not on the best terms with the guy, but I would have liked to fight him at some point. You know what I mean? Do you still kind of feel that way?
He's not in the UFC anymore, unfortunately, but it is what it is. If they decide to bring him back, I'm more than happy to welcome him back to the division, just for fun.
Thanks, bro.
Right here, Amir. You spent some time down in Arizona with Henry Cejudo at Fight Ready. What is it like being in the room, picking Henry's brain, getting you prepared for fights like this?
Man, it's been an amazing experience. I moved from Las Vegas last year. I moved to Phoenix to Fight Ready. I have Henry Cejudo, I have Eddie Chaw, I have Santino DeFranco, and the whole team. There's a lot of good guys in Fight Ready, so I've been evolving a lot. I'm a different fighter, and you guys gonna see on Saturday night.
He obviously had spent some time training with Brandon before. Were you able to pick his brain on, you know, maybe some of the tendencies that Brandon is going to bring and some things to watch out for on Saturday night?
Yeah, he knows Brandon really well. They train together, and he knows his game very good. So, of course, I'm going to pick his brain, see what he thinks. You know, he gave me a lot of good insights. But I always focus on me. I focus on my game. Both me and Brandon trained together when I got to Vegas. So he felt me, I felt him. But I always focus on what I'm going to do. Never too much on what my opponent's going to do.
If you could give a prediction on how you feel the fight is going to go on Saturday night, what would that be?
I'm looking for a finish. So probably a finish in second or third round.
Thank you.
Sir.
Amir, just one more. Brandon has the custom shorts that everyone's sharing online. Did you get custom shorts or even asked to?
No, I kind of got a bit disappointed. I didn't get any custom shorts. I see them everywhere with Max Holloway, Ilya Tapuria, Brandon Moreno. But hey, it's all good. Like, I'm not here for some custom shorts. If I put a good performance, get a good name, Brandon deserves it. He's been a great champion. He's been around for a long time. So if anyone that deserves custom shorts is going to be Brandon Moreno. All respect to him. I'm looking to put my name out there, like cement my legacy, and I'm probably going to get some custom-made shorts.
Yeah, next time for a title fight, right?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.